Hi there, and welcome to Pain Point 19, and it's about inconsistent sales. So in this presentation, I'm going to show you why inconsistent sales creates a stressful feast or famine cycle and the proven habits successful entrepreneurs are using to generate a steady revenue. And also I'm going to show you my 3-step framework to build predictable sales, to build a sales system that works, so that by the end of this presentation, you'll see how standardizing outreach, mapping a clear sales process, and tracking your numbers can truly transform your income from being unstable and uncertain to something that becomes consistent, scalable, and also reliable. Before we move forward, I want to invite you to this series of videos that we've created just for you. It is about how you can move from pain to profit. I've titled this the £100,000 Transformation Map, how we help entrepreneurs to turn 30 of the most common pain points into 30 proven success traits that they can build. My name is Boomy Tokan, and I'm the author of the Adaptive Startup System. All right, when we talk about inconsistent sales, where do we need to get to? We need to build a kind of predictable sales system that consistently works, that continuously works for us. Why is that? Here's the problem. Without predictable sales, you're going to be like living from feast to famine. And 1 month you're flush with cash, and the next you're worried about paying your bills. I've been there. I know what it's like. Planning becomes impossible because you never know what's going to come in. And if you're not careful, it's going to stress you at home and also stress you out at work. And the stress of chasing the next sale drains your energy and makes you to lose focus as well. We don't want to be in that kind of situation. Instead, we want to transform inconsistent sales that just hurts revenue and robs our peace into a predictable sales system. That's what we want to do. We want to transform it into a predictable sales system. And I like what Clement Stone tells us here. He says that sales are contingent upon the attitude of the salesman, not the attitude of the prospect. Wow, that's so key. What he's trying to tell us is that the right sales system can build consistent sales that clears off all the issues that we can have when we have an inconsistent type of sales. So here are my 3-step system for building consistent sales. The first is to standardize your outreach. What do I mean by that? Is to decide on your lead generation rhythm. Is it going to be weekly emails? Is it going to be daily LinkedIn posts? Or is it going to be webinars that you're going to be doing, or workshops you're going to be doing, or a set of calls that you're going to make every day? You're going to be consistent with it. The second thing is to define your sales process, is to map out your customer journey from first contact to closing the deal. For example, somebody makes an inquiry, they're going to discovery call, you write a proposal, you close them. When you follow a process like this, you kind of know what's working and where people drop off, and then you can begin to tweak and adjust it as you go along. That's going to help you to have a predictable sales system. The next is to track and improve. What do I mean by that? Don't just hope for sales to come in. You need to measure it. You need to measure, okay, how many calls do I make and how many clients book appointments? And from that, how many clients actually do end up buying the product? So if you can think about it like that, then you begin to know, okay, how many calls do I need to make to get this number of clients? And how many clients do I need to book in to get this number of sales? So you kind of know what you are working on. And that makes it really easy. I remember a particular time when I was making calls to charitable organizations. So I began to track, okay, how many calls have I made? How many people actually picked up the calls and how many people actually booked an appointment, and from the appointment and people that are closed. And I was able to say, okay, if I want to close this many businesses, then I need to make this many calls. So when somebody just drops the phone on me, it don't matter, because I know if I keep making those number of calls, I'm going to get the clients that's going to say yes. In fact, it makes cold call really easy and simple to do. So it's important. Let's go over it again. The 3-step system are: number 1, you need to standardize your outreach. Number 2, you need to define your sales process. And then number 3, you need to track and improve on what you are doing. Here's the deal. This sits really well with my adaptive system number 6, which is about spotting opportunities in adaptive entrepreneurship. And when you build a system, then you stop guessing. And when you have predictable sales, that gives you the stability to scale, the stability to invest, and the stability to grow without actually panicking. That's so good. That's so true. All right. Now, here's the deal. If you want to see how strong your sales system really is, then take my £100,000 growth gap scorecard, and it will help you by highlighting your strengths and the gaps according to 30 traits of 6-figure business owners. And you'll be able to include how you can start predicting your sales instead of going from feasting to famine cycles. You want to escape that and get onto the right track. If you like this video, then do like it. If you like it, do subscribe to the channel, depending on where you're watching it from. If you want me to help you with your own business, then do contact me on any of the details that you can see on this particular slide. All right, then, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll talk to you soon.